Big breaking news coming in from the United States of America in what can be termed as one of the deadliest incidents so far. A teenage gunman killed at least 21 people, including 18 children, in Texas elementary school. The attack in Uvalde, Texas is the latest in a spree of deadly shootings in America, where horror at the scale of gun violence has failed to spur action to end. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden condemned this shooting in an address, calling for stricter gun laws to prevent such events. He has also now ordered that the flags at the White House, federal buildings and military posts be flown at half-staff. This is certainly one of such deadliest shooting attacks of mass shooting, which is once again a common occurrence as far as U.S. is concerned. Once again, shocking the entire world and the nation. We'll play out some reactions first of the president.
As a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby? When in God's name we do what we all know in our gut needs to be done? It's been 3,448 days, 10 years since I stood up at a high school in Connecticut, a grade school in Connecticut, where another gunman massacred 26 people, including 20 first graders at Sandy Hook Elementary School. It's time for those who obstruct or delay or block the common sense gun laws. We need to let you know that we will not forget. We can do so much more. We have to do more. Our prayer tonight is for those parents lying in bed and trying to figure out, will I be able to sleep again? What do I say to my other children? What happens tomorrow? May God bless the loss of innocent life on this sad day. And may the Lord be near the brokenhearted and save those crushed in spirit, because they're going to need a lot of help and a lot of our prayers. God love you.
All right, let me also now go across to Srinjoy and Pradeep, who both join us live this morning. Srinjoy, to you first. Absolutely shocking incident, to say the least. This is an elementary school we are talking about. This 18-year-old shooter seemed to have abandoned his vehicle, entered into the elementary school in Texas with a handgun, and he also may have had a rifle. Please share more details.
Well, the important point to note is that, yes, President Biden spoken with the governor of Texas. But as the president himself said, and he remembers the earlier shooting in Connecticut when he was then Vice President, and President Obama had cried because these were children of class 1 who were attacked. Once again, this is hardly very different. The point is, it is as easy to get a gun, any gun in America, as it is to buy a mobile phone in India. That is the bottom line. If you can buy a mobile phone in India, you can buy a gun with that ease in America. And in some parts of America, like Texas, it is perhaps even easier. So that is where the problem lies. You have far too many guns. Let's not forget that the the killer, is only a teenager. How does a teenager get hold of a revolver and a rifle? Now that is where the problem lies, and each time this happens, each time you will have an attack like this. This was in Texas, the earlier was in Connecticut. You will have lots of tears. You will have the president crying. In this case, you will have the president condemning the attack. But at the end of the day, the gun laws do not change, because the people who support the gun lobby say that it's the guns that kill, it's the people that kill, the guns do not kill. Now this kind of argument does not work. Here is an 18-year-old boy who got hold of a gun. How did he buy a gun with such alacrity, with such ease? That is where the problem is. And unless America changes this problem will continue to happen again and again and again.
Absolutely, Shrinjoy. Let me also now go across to Pradeep joining us live. And Pradeep, this is not the first time we are witnessing this kind of an incident, but this is a gruesome incident where elementary children have been targeted. This is a school that teaches almost mostly Hispanic and economically disadvantaged students from 2nd through 4th grade. Absolutely shocking to say the least.
देखिए, बहुत चिंता का विषय है कि एक युवा आता है 18 साल का सैल्वाडोर रामोस वो आता है और अपनी गाड़ी को पार्क करता है। उसके बाद स्कूल में दाखिल होता है और अंधाधुंध फायरिंग करता है। फायरिंग की वजह से 21 लोगों की मौत हो जाती है, जिसमें 18 बच्चे हैं और एक एलिमेंट्री स्कूल का टीचर बताया जाता है और 2 और लोग हैं। इसके अलावा कुछ लोग अभी जख्मी में हैं, जिसमें 66 वर्षीय एक महिला भी है। अभी तक जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन से ये पता चला है कि बताया जाता है कि स्कूल आने से पहले शायद इसने अपनी दादी का कत्ल भी किया, उसे भी गोली मार दिया। वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रही है और ये भी पता चला है कि कत्ल करने से पहले इसने अपनी बंदूक के साथ एक तस्वीर जो थी सोशल मीडिया पे अपलोड की थी और एक तस्वीर इसने अपनी एक युवती जिसे जानता था उसे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप के जरिए भेजी थी और उसमें लिखा था कि मैं तुमसे एक सीक्रेट शेयर करने जा रहा हूं और मैं कुछ ऐसी कार्रवाई करने जा रहा हूं जो हैरान और परेशान कर देगी। उसमें युवती का जवाब आता है कि
Absolutely, Pradeep. And going back to Shrinjoy once again, Shrinjoy, just last month the CDC had in fact released a data which that guns overtook car crashes to become the leading cause of death for US children and teenagers in 2020. This is absolutely shocking for a nation like United States, which now must act instead of just spoken words.
This is the point. We are expressing so much unhappiness about this. The president, you heard just now, condemning it. But a month from now, this will be forgotten. And several months later, there will be another attack. Because at this point, the gun lobby is so powerful, so strong, and their argument, the fact that guns kill and guns don't kill and people kill, are really is really something that cannot be overturned in either the state legislatures or the Senate or the House of Representatives. That is really the problem. Guns are so easily available. How is it, the big question here, tragic as it is, because all of us have children and we know how difficult it is, even if that children are being killed like this. How is it that 18-year-old boy gets hold of a rifle and a handgun and shoots down 21 people? How is it even possible to imagine that an 18-year-old boy will get hold of so many weapons? That's really the first thing that has to be looked at. How come guns are so easily available? How come this is the culture of Saturday night specials? That it's a Saturday evening, you want to pick up a gun? Okay, you go to a shop, show them your ID, a driving license, and you pick it up. There is no check about you. There is no address given. There's nothing. You can just buy a gun and fairly cheaply at that. Now, this is where the problem is. Until that problem is sorted out, there will never be any change to this situation.
Absolutely. Joy, and even as we are getting in more and more updates of the entire matter, we saw that statement coming in from US President Joe Biden. He is now expressing his grief, while at the same time calling it absolutely sick in nature. The FBI reporter has also found that active shooter rampage attacks have also doubled since the coronavirus began in 2020. So this certainly means that access to guns has also increased in the past 2 years.
Of course, there are so many guns in America per individual. The population of America is 330 million or so. There will be more guns per individual in America than in many other countries. Now, if that is so, and many of these are not even registered, so that makes the whole thing even worse. So just imagine how difficult it is to buy a gun in India. How long you have to wait. There has to be a mandatory period. A police has to clear it. All kinds of things have to happen before you buy a gun in India. There, it's a Saturday night special. You can just go into a shop, buy a gun. That's it. And according to the gun lobby, there are constitutional protections when it comes to buying guns. Now that has to change. And unless there is bipartisan support in the state legislatures and in the House of Representatives and the Senate, it will not be possible.
Absolutely, Srinjoy, even as we have seen more and more data coming in as far as such incidents and shootouts are concerned. And even this particular school has majorly Hispanic students as well as students from lower strata, economically lower strata. So clearly it seems once again it's still a matter of investigation. But we have seen how the minority community in the US have been targeted time and time again.
Oh, undoubtedly. But this is a bigger tragedy than even attacking the minority community. I mean, children are children wherever they are. So attacking anybody, attacking children and killing them is perhaps the worst possible crime anyone can do. So the whole point is that unless this asset of what is called easy gun access changes, this will continue to happen. The last time President Obama cried in public, this was in Connecticut when a shooting took place, another 20-odd children killed. And though they were first graders, that is the equivalent of people from KG being shot and killed.